Welcome to Beer Untapped with Perry Miller, the podcast. I'm joined by Seth.
Hey, welcome, guys. Thanks for finding us on the internet.
Now, these shows originally aired on Brookings Radio, but now they're all here for your enjoyment. I hope you like it.
There you go. Sit back, enjoy the show, relax. Let us know if you want to see anything on future shows. As we said, this comes out live in the Brookings area, but enjoy this archive episode.
Beer Untapped with Perry Miller. Welcome to Beer Untapped with Perry Miller. Happy New Year! As we move into 2016, it's a good time to look back at the year just completed and look ahead to what may be coming for craft beer. On the national level, 2015 was the year of the merger. Locally, another year of growth as additional breweries came online in the area and existing breweries saw continued growth, including Wooden Legs Brewing in Brookings.
We set new numbers, set new personal bests on number of beers created, number of volume of beers produced, volume of beer sold, events. I mean, it was a good year for craft brewers in general all over the U.S., and I would say that we reflected that trend. We met a lot of new friends and converted a lot of new beer drinkers and tried some new styles.
Seth Cook there from Wooden Legs. He says they still have some room to grow before they look at a possible expansion.
Sitting down kind of doing some planning for 2016. We've got some overhead left in our some headspace, I guess, since we're in a beer show. We'll call it we've got headspace left in our brewery that we can fill up. I think we can do about another 20% more. And then we're going to start stretching our britches and seeing what it takes to get beyond that. Great year, great employees, great customers. It's been really a tremendous amount of fun seeing the rest of the state produce as well, and it's been a good year.
Nationally, a number of craft brewers sold out to larger conglomerates.
2015 is a year that a lot of people predicted. It's always fun to be part of revisionist history and say that you saw this coming. But there actually was a number of people that saw some of the big buyouts. There was some of the big breweries collected some of the smaller brewers, and actually some big breweries collected some very large breweries. Some big breweries expanded into areas that you would have not normally seen. I mean, we've got, Stone is popping up, and I think they even expanded into Germany now. Is it Stone that did the Germany?
Yep.
Some of the Lagunitas is trying to get all over everywhere.
AB InBev, the makers of Budweiser, now owns 8 craft breweries and is trying to buy Miller. Yet at the same time, the number of breweries in the U.S. hit a new all-time high. The Brewers Association reports 4,144 breweries in the country. That was at the end of November, topping the historic high of 4,131 set back in 1873.
I think in 2016, the importance of local will continue to grow. I love beers that we get in from around the state and around the region, around the world. But everybody knows that when you travel, you always try to track down the stuff that's made there. I think the local sourced beers will continue to grow, and I think you'll see even smaller markets now, even smaller than Brookings. We're crazy for putting a brewery in Brookings. Even smaller markets than Brookings have little brew pubs pop up.
We'll look further into the year ahead as Beer Untapped continues in a moment.
Stand out for a bucket of beer, and let's have a party 'cause all the gang is here.
Welcome back to Beer Untapped with Perry Miller as we look back at 2015 and look ahead to 2016. There are now more breweries in the United States than ever before, but as Seth Cook at Wooden Legs Brewing in Brookings cautions, that could lead to issues.
When you get that many breweries, you have to be diligent about the quality. That could be the gorilla in the room. That could be the part of the brewery, the industry that falls down upon itself, as though even though you can make beer, should you make beer, there are elements to it. But that also provides a lot of opportunity. Not every brewery can afford a lab service center, but now we have regional lab services that are starting to pop up. This is an incredibly entrepreneurial industry, and they like to find creative solutions to, sometimes complex problems, and I could see that happen in the next year or two.
2015 also saw the proliferation of styles continue. In fact, back in May, the Beer Judging Certification Program increased their number of recognized styles by nearly 25%.
And added a ton of styles. So they're actually probably behind. They know, BJCP doesn't set style guides that people brew to. People usually brew, and the BJCP tries to catch up. That was a number of years that the previous version of the BJCP existed. They added just a number of IPA categories, a number of others. I think it was 2008 was the last time the BJCP was updated. So you've seen 7 years of innovative brewing that have never been formalized until this year, and it's going to keep going.
Craft beer lovers tend to want to try new styles, and that's not going to change.
It's been a real blessing and a curse for brewers, is that there is a intense desire. It's like a wildfire, Once it starts happening, all of a sudden everybody wants to try one, and as a brewer, you want to make one, or, it's been a lot of fun. I think there will be, again, a reaffirmed appreciation for properly produced styles as well. I mean, you always love the weird stuff from left field. Let's make a farmhouse-style red rye beer that we have on tap. That there's always the kind of the whimsical side of the brewing. But there still is a true appreciation for some of the well-defined, well-executed styles.
Cook says he's hit the point where they've brewed most of the initial styles he wanted to try out.
We're nearing our 3-year anniversary, and I think only now, after 100, 200 batches, I don't even know how many batches of beer we've made. Maybe now only are we coming to the point where I've almost tried the things that I want to try. At least the initial list. I've added more, but I think we're gonna make a peach beer because my dad likes that. That's probably the only one out of the old recipe log that I haven't made is our peach wheat beer.
He says they want to continue to make each batch better than the one before.
We like incremental improvements. If something can be more clear, if something can be done more precisely, I think all of our beers will continue, and I think they're really good right now, but there's going to be things that we improved in them that the average dated drinker may not even know, and I think that's that's our next step, is to make sure we can make more beer and better beer, even if it doesn't change to you. We want to make more beer more efficiently and just become a better brewer.
That's it for this week's Beer Untapped with Perry Miller. Until next time, drink local and drink responsibly. Thank you for listening to this archived edition of Beer Untapped with Perry Miller. Feel free to listen to other episodes, and if there's anything you'd like us to talk about on a future show, please let us know. Thanks again.